Welcome back to The Explainer, where we break down the biggest moments in manga. And man, today we are jumping headfirst into the absolute chaos that is JJK Chapter 249.
So, Yuta's domain is finally here. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, right? But believe me, the reveal itself is just the tip of the iceberg. The real story is how it works and the incredible secret weapon it unleashes.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll talk about Yuta's big reveal. Then, we got to cover that Kenjaku flashback that explains everything. After that, we'll dig into how the domain actually works, what's up with Yuji's wild new soul power, and finally, how it all comes together in the plan to beat Sukuna. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick things off with the moment everyone, and I mean everyone, has been waiting for. Yuta Okatsu, pushed to the absolute edge, finally drops his domain expansion, and its name is True and Mutual Love. I mean, come on, that name says it all, doesn't it? This isn't just some cursed technique, it's the literal embodiment of his bond with Rika. But don't let that poetic name fool you for a second, because this thing is shaping up to be one of the deadliest abilities we've seen in the entire series.
But that brings up a huge question, right? Why now? Where has Yuta been this whole time? Well, his late arrival wasn't just for a dramatic entrance. It was a critical, absolutely necessary move, and it all traces back to cleaning up the mess from his fight with Kenjaku.
So yeah, let's talk about that delay. The chapter actually opens with a flashback, and it lays out exactly where Yuta was, and more importantly, why the stakes just got a whole lot higher.
So this wasn't some clean, one-and-done kill. The second Yuta sliced off Kenjaku's head, boom! A whole swarm of cursed spirits just erupts from his body. It's a total nightmare. So Yuta and Rika are stuck dealing with this massive cleanup job, and while all that's happening, Kenjaku's floating head is still kicking, enacting his final, desperate backup plan.
And with his last words, Kenjaku drops a bombshell. He confirms that he's passed on his will, the authority for the whole merger plan, to Sukuna. He basically just handed the keys to the apocalypse over to the King of Curses. He leaves Yuta with this insane burden, and that right there is the perfect explanation for why he was late to the party.
Okay, so with that crucial piece of context in our back pocket, let's jump back to the present. It's time to break down the nitty-gritty of this absolutely insane domain clash. We're talking about two of the most powerful sorcerers in the world going head-to-head.
So, of course, Sukuna, being the jujutsu history nerd that he is, immediately whips out an ancient and super rare counter technique, the hollow wicker basket. Now, this isn't like Gojo's domain, which would just overpower Yuta's. Think of it more like a personal shield. It's a specific defense designed to do one thing and one thing only: neutralize the guaranteed hit effect that makes domain so ridiculously lethal.
And this is where we see the absolute 5D chess Yuta is playing. It's genius. He's not even using his domain's guaranteed hit to attack Sukuna. No, he's using it for a utility, to pin Sukuna down to seal that annoying mouth on his stomach. This forces Sukuna to focus all his energy on keeping that hollow wicker basket up, which is like holding a giant, heavy shield. And while he's busy with that, he's a sitting duck for everything else Yuta has in store.
And that brings us to Yuta's real trump card. This is just incredible. Inside True and Mutual Love, the entire domain is filled with katanas. Each one contains a cursed technique that Yuta has copied. He can just pick one up, use the technique, and boom, it's gone. But here's the kicker. He can just grab another one. It's a literally infinite arsenal. An all-you-can-eat buffet of cursed techniques that he can just relentlessly throw at a trapped and defending Sukuna. It's insane.
But here's the thing. Yuta's incredible, overwhelming assault, that's only half of the plan. It's just the setup. The real key to winning this whole thing, the knockout punch, rests on the shoulders of our main man, Yuji Itadori.
We finally get it confirmed, Yuji's cursed technique. And it is an absolute game changer. You see, his punches don't just hit your body, they hit your soul. He can literally strike the boundary between two souls coexisting in one body. This changes everything for his character. He's not just some container anymore, he is the one person, the only person who can get in there and literally tear Sukuna and Megumi's souls apart.
Think back a few chapters. Remember when Yuji landed that first clean hit on Sukuna, and Sukuna, the King of Curses himself, was just stunned? His cursed energy output just tanked. Well, this is why. It wasn't just a strong punch, it was a direct hit to his soul, shaking his very grip on Megumi's body. So let's put the pieces together. You've got Yuta with his infinite arsenal of techniques on one side, and Yuji with his soul-shattering punches on the other. So how do these two incredible powers come together to form one brilliant, master-level plan to finally, maybe, take down Sukuna?
It's this beautiful two-pronged assault. Step 1, Yuta traps Sukuna in his domain. Step 2, he just overwhelms Sukuna's physical body with a never-ending barrage of attacks. He's the ultimate distraction. This forces Sukuna to focus everything on not dying, which creates the perfect opening. Step 3, Yuji comes in. While Sukuna is distracted, he lands those soul-damaging punches. In Step 4, those punches are designed to literally rip Megumi's soul away from Sukuna to free him from the inside out.
And you know what? For the first time in what feels like forever, this chapter gives us a real, genuine sliver of hope. Yuji actually says it. There's a chance, even if it's just 1%, that they can still save Megumi. After everything, that is a huge, huge deal.
But of course, Sukuna has to be Sukuna, right? Even while he's being attacked on a physical and spiritual level, he still has the time and the arrogance to get a jab in. He taunts Yuji, basically saying, "Well, look at you! You've finally found a role to play in all this." It's just so perfectly, hatefully Sukuna.
And that's where we're left. The heroes have a plan, and honestly, it's a damn good one. Yuta and Yuji are fighting in perfect sync, and for a fleeting moment, victory actually feels within reach. But we all know how this story goes, don't we? In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, is any plan ever truly foolproof? They've set the stage, but now they have to face the King of Curses himself. The real question is, will their plan survive?